I'm Faywa, and let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Record No Kings protests in Florida retirement hub reflects growing national dissent. In Florida's largest retirement community, thousands gathered Saturday for what organizers called the biggest No Kings protest yet. Crowds stretched more than 3 miles along Morse Boulevard near Lake Sumter Landing with over 5,500 demonstrators. Rochelle Larson of Villagers for Democracy said, quote, "Folks have had enough of the Trump administration's incompetence and cruelty. We are telling the Republicans in Congress and the Trump administration that Americans have had enough, and we will continue to protest until this administration is out of office," end quote. A second major turnout was reported at the Warm Springs and Marsh Bend intersection, where 1,250 protesters gathered, triple the previous event. Organizers also counted about 8,000 vehicles and 1,300 golf carts passing the demonstration. Participants included members of Deaf for Democracy and visitors from across the U.S. and abroad. Nationwide, organizers estimate at least 8 million people joined, more than 3,300 protests across all 50 states, making it one of the largest single-day demonstrations in U.S. history. And I am here for it. When the villages with golf carts start protesting, politicians should be very nervous, okay? Because we've always talked about from this table about how the villages used to be very Trumpy.
Yep.
That was like Trump country. And right before, when Kamala was running, when she had the 90 days to run, like nobody's business, they also came out with their golf carts in support of Kamala. And that was also very surprising. The quote says it all. At this point, Trump's administration and all their decisions have impacted everybody, and negatively, for the most part, So even folks that have boku bucks in the bank are also feeling this, and they've had enough.
They've been with savings for their retirement their entire lives. The market is unstable. So, for them,
Social Security's down.
Social Security's down. There's just so many issues, medical assistance, all of that is down, and it's directly affecting all of these people.
Yep.
And this is just a small microcosm of what's happened throughout our state. I went to one of the rallies. It wasn't the biggest, but it was much bigger than it's ever been. And then there was a huge one on the beach that they couldn't make, but you're just seeing more and more folks coming out, speaking their piece, and saying enough is enough. Hopefully this is enough, and, we're going to get rid of him somehow, but it's just crazy what's happened to all of us and how we've all suffered, whether you're a young person trying to get into college or whether you're a senior person trying to enjoy the last few years of your life. It's bad enough you're driving around a golf cart all day. How far can you go?
With the loofah on it, right?
It's got a cup holder. Come on.
It's got a cup holder, and it's going around in circles. We're up to 30. Everyone shakes.
Yeah.
So, actually, they'll be putting seatbelts in those things.
Well, there's a place in Miami near Tropical Park, right, where they have protested for Trump, right, ever since Trump's first presidency. And so in that same spot was one of the biggest No Kings rally on Saturday. And it was crazy to see that same space that is usually filled with so much hate, instead filled with all these people that want change and want it now. But there were still Trumpers driving by yelling horrible things to the protesters that were there.
It was also interesting because Coral Ridge, where I was, during the Trump administration, the streets were just filled with Trumpers and their flags and coming up and down. And at one point I saw a truck go by with all these American flags on it, and then what looked like the original Trump black with the stars at the top and stuff. And I was like, really? And then I looked and it was like F Trump.
Oh!
And I was like, that is brilliant. But I only saw, I think, 3 people really, act up against or give us the finger or something. But everyone who passed could not have, they were all honking their horns and stuff. It was very inspirational to be amongst everyone and feeling that even from cars that are driving by that didn't come to the protest or were protesting in their own way.
Well, and I love just people's creativity, right? For their signs, right? Like F Trump is the least of them. You know what I mean? And just please look it up on social media. From the Epstein files to immigrants, everything was represented, and just so in a way, so clever. It was like, come on, do you have gay consultants or what? Because it was so clever, Now, what we were talking at this table before Queer News Tonight today was we hope that those 8 million people that were out there protesting remember that the midterms are coming in November. That I hope that they remember to check their registration, because they're trying to get you.
Take a neighbor with you.
Why do you say that? Oh, yeah, of course.
Bring your neighbors along. If they don't know how to, they can't drive or they're whatever infirmed, bring them with you. Like
100%.
Make sure that everyone comes out, that your family comes out, your kids come out.
100%.
Anyone who is legal to vote needs to come out and speak up, because we've seen some of these elections where it's only 200 votes that make the difference. I mean, it's that close in so many places. So everything matters.
Every little one. Look what happened in Mar-a-Lago. I mean, to get some, look at that smile. That right there is a nice little middle finger to that guy. You know what I mean? And it brings a smile to our faces.
It does.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, check your voter registrations, please, okay? And there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.